Challenges of the business environments. Businesses operate within dynamic environments that are influenced by a variety of internal and external factors. These environments, namely the micro, market, and macro environments, present unique challenges that can impact a business's ability to function effectively and achieve its goals. Challenges of the micro environment. While the business has control over the microenvironment, this control does not guarantee smooth operations. The following internal challenges can still arise and significantly affect productivity. 1. Difficult employees. When employees exhibit negative attitudes, they create a toxic work environment that affects both new hires' morale and overall team cohesion. Such employees demand constant supervision, leading to increased management costs and reduced team efficiency. Their negative remarks can also damage the company's reputation, ultimately affecting customer trust and business relationships. 2. Lack of vision and mission statement. The absence of clear vision and mission statements leaves employees without proper guidance or motivation. Leaders struggle to align teams toward common objectives, resulting in decreased productivity. This lack of direction makes it particularly challenging to establish and achieve meaningful long-term goals for the organization. 3. Lack of adequate managerial skills. Insufficient managerial capabilities often lead to failure in achieving business objectives. Managers play a crucial role in planning, organizing, and directing efforts toward goals, and when these skills are lacking, it creates significant operational challenges. Different management styles can generate conflicts that disrupt teamwork and organizational harmony, while poor decision-making and resource allocation directly reduce productivity and profitability. 4. The impact of unions. Union activities frequently strain relationships between management and employees, creating tension and potential disputes. Meeting union demands often presents financial challenges that can affect the company's stability and flexibility. Employee grievances processed through unions may escalate into industrial disputes that disrupt normal business operations. 5. Strikes and go-slows. These labor actions directly impact production levels, making it difficult to meet output targets. Complete shutdown strikes can bring operations to a standstill, causing significant financial losses and damaging valuable customer relationships. Go-slows, where employees deliberately reduce work pace, similarly hinder the business's ability to achieve its productivity and profitability goals. 6. Employee skills shortages. Businesses often struggle to find qualified candidates with the necessary skills and experience, particularly in specialized industries. This shortage may force companies to hire underqualified workers who aren't fully prepared for their roles, potentially affecting work quality and operational efficiency. 7. High employee turnover. A high turnover rate indicates employees are leaving the organization regularly due to dissatisfaction, lack of career growth, or better opportunities elsewhere. This constant churn disrupts workflows, negatively affects team dynamics, and leads to decreased overall productivity as new employees require training and time to reach full efficiency. 8. Employee absenteeism. Whether planned or unplanned, frequent absenteeism reduces productivity and negatively impacts company profitability. It places additional strain on remaining team members, potentially leading to burnout and decreased job satisfaction among those who must compensate for absent colleagues. Challenges of the market environment. The market environment is constantly evolving and presents several challenges to businesses. These challenges are external and largely beyond the direct control of management, yet they significantly influence how businesses operate and compete. Below are some of the key challenges businesses must navigate. 1. Competition. Competing with other businesses that sell similar or substitute products poses a formidable threat to a business's success. The challenge gets even tougher when dealing with competition in certain countries, where businesses compete strongly to have the same quality and prices as their rivals. Therefore, if a business doesn't keep up with the quality and standards set by competitors, its risks increase, and it will be in real danger. In some instances, the dynamics of competition extend beyond individual businesses to the industry level. This form of rivalry often manifests as a race to outperform competitors and outshine new entrants by offering superior products or more cost-effective and innovative alternatives. As a result, businesses can end up not making sufficient profit when the demand is not enough to support their level of output of the same goods or services. Furthermore, a business should plan to have a regular supply of all the materials used in the production process, whose lack may lead to dissatisfied customers who may damage the reputation of the business and threaten its future. 2. Shortage of supply. A shortage of supply can have significant consequences for businesses. When businesses face a scarcity of goods, customers might turn to other options, leading to a loss of clientele. For example, shortages may be caused by poor harvests due to drought, which can result in a scarcity of raw materials. Additionally, imported goods may be delayed if the country of origin encounters transportation or political issues. 3. Changes in consumer behavior. A business relies on its customers to buy its products, but consumer behavior usually shifts due to influences by various unpredictable factors. This ever-changing nature of consumer behavior, including spending habits and preferences, poses a continuous challenge for businesses. For instance, consumer preferences and tastes can shift with changing fashions and advancing technology. To address these challenges, businesses must stay vigilant and keep up with evolving consumer tastes and demands. For example, a business may conduct market research to understand the market and its drivers, or engage in advertising to influence consumer demand. 4. Sociocultural factors. As society evolves, the cultural values and practices of individuals change. Therefore, businesses need to stay alert and monitor these shifts, as they can pose threats or open up new opportunities. For example, businesses should look out for social trends and impactful campaigns that encourage consumer spending and use this information to develop practices that not only retain, but also expand their customer base. Challenges of the macro environment. Businesses face challenges from the macro environment. These challenges include: 1. Change in income levels. One of the main challenges is the change in income levels, which can be caused by factors such as unemployment or high interest rates. These fluctuations have the potential to reduce the disposable income of consumers, leading to a decline in consumer spending. This negatively impacts profits and forces businesses to make rapid adjustments to stay competitive in the market. 2. Political changes. Political changes can significantly impact businesses. A change in government can introduce political instability, thereby creating an environment that may deter potential investors. Additionally, businesses that rely on imported or exported goods face the challenge of duties and tariffs, which can directly affect their operations and trade. 3. Legislation. Legislation is pivotal in shaping the macro environment within which businesses operate. For example, the National Credit Act and Consumer Protection Act are two laws that aim to protect businesses and consumers alike. However, complying with these regulations can be difficult for businesses, as they now have to navigate the regulatory landscape while still operating effectively in the market. 4. Labor restrictions. Labor restrictions imposed by governmental legislation introduce significant challenges for businesses in their employment and workforce management practices. In addition, these restrictions create hurdles for businesses in their quest to recruit the right candidate for a given job. These challenges can also manifest beyond domestic hiring to the international arena, as labor restrictions impede businesses from recruiting suitable individuals both locally and abroad. 5. Microlending. Microlending is the act of offering small loans to individuals and small businesses who find themselves excluded from traditional banking credit. This, however, comes with considerable risk, as many micro-businesses tend to fail or face difficulties in repaying their debts, causing significant financial pressure and losses on businesses involved in microlending. 6. Globalization. Globalization involves the exchange of products, services, capital and labor across borders, and results in local businesses competing with their international counterparts for the attention of local consumers. In addition, global trade leads to the migration of skilled labor overseas, resulting in a shortage of local skills. This puts additional pressure on businesses that are already struggling to compete locally. Furthermore, international companies use global trade to dump their product lines in South Africa at a price lower than those at which local businesses can afford to sell them, creating an unfair playing field. 7. Social values and demographics. The influence of social values and demographics on the macro environment is profound, particularly in shaping consumer behavior. For instance, people are guided by their values to make purchase decisions regarding certain products or brands in line with their values and identity. This product or brand loyalty creates market trends and preferences which impact the share of the market a business may hold, its competitiveness, and the overall structure of the industry. Similarly, when consumers exhibit a strong attitude towards saving, it often results in cautious spending behaviors, which in the end affects overall demand patterns in the market. 8. Socioeconomic issues. Socioeconomic issues like poverty, unemployment, inadequate education, skills shortages, crime and the impact of HIV/AIDS present significant challenges for businesses in the macro environment. The high prevalence of poverty and unemployment can have a direct impact on consumer spending power, thus affecting market demand and the viability of different industries. Inadequate education and skills shortages can become significant obstacles for businesses when they try to hire qualified talent, which can have negative consequences on workforce productivity and innovation. Furthermore, broader societal challenges like crime and health issues such as HIV/AIDS can contribute to an unstable business environment. These macro environment challenges require businesses to remain adaptable and responsive to external factors beyond their control while developing strategies to mitigate their impact on operations and profitability.